This is Chris, and I am tired, but I am tired for a very good reason. I'm opening a music and movie store in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Anyways, today marked 26 days left until opening day, and I feel pretty good about the progress. Tired, but a good tired. I started the day pretty much how I've started most of my days the last couple years, by prepping and packing eBay orders. Now, I don't think I'll mention that stuff much here, but here's a few things that people have purchased recently. Then I dove into the basement, or actually more precisely, I stepped to the basement. Then I took many more steps to bring up some movies that will eventually hit the shelves in the shop. This was carload number 1 for the day. I swung by the post office, remember, eBay stuff, and then I went to UPS to drop off that silly goose modem which arrived a day after my scheduled installation, and I brought everything inside, including some cinder blocks, but more on that in a moment. Today I wanted to start putting up some visual accoutrements around the space. Well, one of the things I put up was this Pearl Jam drawing that I bought at a Salvation Army in Iowa City last year. It's really well done. Figured for $12.99, it was coming home with me. Today it found a new home, which was particularly fitting given our Renegade water fountain. Now, the slave driver that I am, I barked orders all day at my mom, making sure to keep her on task despite her pleas to let her rest. And I don't really know why she was complaining all that much. She did get to sit down when she was varnishing the value bins. So there's that. And I'm kidding, of course. I'm really lucky to have the support and help with getting this place ready. And as we were cleaning the dust farm that had surely been accumulating over the last who knows how many years, I mentioned how grateful I was for how all of this was coming along. Even when I was carrying all those DVDs out from the basement, I thought to myself, it could be raining, or I could have mobility issues. There are so many things I feel very grateful for each day as this comes together, and her help is absolutely one of those things. In the storefront, I yanked the rest of the shelving off the back wall so we could prime it, and I worked on cleaning up some of the holes that previous tenants had left in the backdrop behind the cash wrap. Much like the sign out front, someone plugged them and did a rush job, leaving little caulk spikes sticking out of them. I don't know that I've ever said that before, but we got things looking a little bit better. I also put together a little rack and started tinkering with that pedestal with the cinder blocks I mentioned earlier. It's going to be for a disc resurfacer, but I will talk more about that tomorrow. Moved another pallet over. That's going to be another thing. Probably won't mention that much. I am going to bed because I have to get up obnoxiously early because I'm taking a multi-state road trip. That seems reasonable at a time like this. See you then. You crack the cuffs, a little hack and slash, a little razzle dazzle, that's what's up. Ragtag, bunch, bag, launch.